I think that one of the most appealing things for businesses is very, very limited regulation of the government, and I think enterprise is a fantastic place for that. But you also need to be able to attract enough people here to support the businesses, and so we do need to kind of continue with keeping this community a great place to live, and maybe even making it a little more desirable to a few that would move here to keep a strong enough base to support the businesses. So there's room for improvement, but I think we're doing a pretty good job.
Do I take it or go down there? You can take it. You go.
Sure, thanks. You know, like I stated, as I look back at the history of Enterprise, I was so proud reading through the genealogy that was there, because so many businesses, so many people took chances on businesses and made a real effort to make them to grow. And it is harder because a lot more people are traveling, and they are leaving our community and going to work other places. If it's Cedar, St. George, or they're traveling quite a bit. But I love the businesses we have here. I think they're doing phenomenal, and I would love to see them to grow more. And I think the ability is there. You know, as it comes back to the thing I read earlier, it's profits from local and independent businesses tend to generate greater community benefit than the larger. I really believe it does, and I think as we work through with these smaller businesses in our community, that we'll have the efforts to grow. And I think it's a great place for people, and I hope we get more businesses here to see this to grow.
Question, but I have seen in 5 years, you've got the pharmacy, the physical therapy, the dairy came in. You know, if you remember, you know, years and years ago, the movie Big Valley, you know, you do have the Holt family that owns a lot of land here. They employ a lot of people. You've got a few other places, people like that, and then you got some struggling farmers out there. And I don't know how to help them in some of those. I had a kid on my football team says his dad can't afford fertilizer to do the field, I mean, to help the need. You know, so whatever we can do to maybe find funds and grants to help some of the people, to attract other people to come in, I think that's the direction to seek out. And I'm sure we've been doing that.
Yeah, we're going to have to get the incentive to get these people in here. Most of them say, I want to move to Enterprise because it's a rural area. Now, we do, it's a matter of we do or we don't. We're going to keep it rural, or we're going to open it up. Just something to think about.
I don't have a lot of experience with the business or starting a business. I imagine it can't be too bad because we have, like Barry was saying, obviously physical therapy. I think the best thing to do would be to keep startup costs low for businesses. I really think, though, you have to have a customer base, and I just don't know that we're big enough to have some of these big businesses come in here. So for me, that's all.
I agree with Darcy. I'm not sure if we're necessarily big enough to have some of the big businesses come in, but the city has recently acquired some property that is going to be set aside for some light to medium industrial type, you know, to encourage some more growth in that area. But I think the biggest thing that we can do, not just city council, but as a community in general, is support those businesses that are already here. You know, you've got Carter's, you've got Clothes, you've got the pharmacy, the dentist, you know, just to kind of explanate that a little bit. I had a friend the other day was asking me the same question, you know, what can be done on the growth here, you know, to help stimulate kind of some of the business economy. And I said, you know, the biggest things would be is support those that we have here right now, because if I was a business owner coming in, I'm not just going to jump into it. I'm going to do my homework first. I'm going to talk to the business owners that are already existing and see what kind of support they have from the community. And that same individual said, well, you know, we support, you know, we shop at Carter's when we can. And I said, well, where do you take your child to the dentist at? And she made the comment over to Cedar, and I said, we have a dentist who was given, you know, and taken his chances to come here. We need to support those people who are willing to come to our community and to stretch out and bring their businesses here.